Louisville basketball game night here this evening on Glycod, as we are expecting a good one, as it's the 21-2 St. X Tigers set to do battle with the 15-8 Ballard Bruins. Hello and welcome here into Ballard High School. Justin Kalen alongside with Paul Jackson on the call with me this evening. Paul, looking forward to this one. Should be a fun night of basketball.
Oh, this should be an epic game. Last one was an absolute classic in the Louisville Invitational Tournament. Came right down to the wire. Last minute shot. This one has the makings of being just as good. Justin, a game of matchups. This is going to be, we've got great matchups here. Chance Dillingham versus Sam Frazier. We've got Will Hankey versus Blake Russell. We've got these freshmen, Josh Lindsay, Barron Clay. This is going to be an individual matchup, and it's going to be an epic game.
Yeah, I know we're both looking forward to this one, as we got the teams warming up behind us here, and we will step aside for our first break now. Come back on the other side. I got a chance to catch up with head coach Kevin Klein in the pregame here this evening. You'll hear that discussion next as we continue to get you set for Louisville basketball game night on Glycod. Schedule yet. Marina, is there anywhere in Louisville I don't see you?
You know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com. Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Polo Real Estate Group, your one-stop real estate source. Founded by 1993 male graduate Dion Reese. Contact him at 502-387-6330 or visit online at polorealestategroup.com.
Welcome back here to Ballard High School. Justin Kalen back here with you on Louisville basketball game night, and now joined by St. X head coach Kevin Klein. Coach, in your 17th season, your team's off to a 21-2 start on the year. What's been working for your team? Maybe a couple things that's really surprised you.
You know, just got a super special group of young men. We brought everybody back except one senior that was not in our rotation last year. and these guys are really motivated with the way last season finished and just very hungry, just a great winning edge. These guys got an incredible chip on their shoulder. Very talented team, but I'm impressed with how hard we play and how connected we are. 67% of our made field goals have been assisted this year. Our first 8 games, we had 6 different players lead us in scoring. The ball moves at a very fast rate. The next guy is always looking to make a positive play for the next guy. It's never about one guy. And then just our team defense. That's what I've been most excited about this year. We lead the state in scoring at almost 80 points a game, but we've got some great quickness, athleticism, we've got some length, and these guys do a great job of communicating, connecting, playing on a string, if you will, on that defensive end. And we just really try to impose our will on that end of the floor and get our pace going. We want a high possession game. We would love to get anywhere from 17, 18 to 20 possessions a quarter and just get that ball out in the open court and play. And we're playing Ballard, who's number 5 in the state in scoring offense, very senior-laden team as well, very experienced team. And coming in here on a Friday night on their home turf, it's going to take a monumental effort on our behalf, but that's what you want this time of year, rolling into February, a couple weeks out from district tournament, and it should be a great night for high school basketball.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. You mentioned the speed. That starts with Chance Dillingham. Jeremiah Jackson is your athleticism. Hit the game winner against Ballard in the LIT, so that was fun. Maybe a couple other guys that have really stood out for you this year. I know Will Hankey's been a big piece for you as well. A couple other guys.
Absolutely. We play 10 guys night in and night out. And as you said, Chance Jeremiah having a great year. And I call Will as a guy that just whips up the mashed potatoes. He does so many things efficiently. It's assisting, it's rebounding, it's scoring, it's being a great senior leader, being in the locker room, just a steady influence for us. And then Chief Cameron, one of the top junior point guards in the state, super shifty, quick, one of the best defenders that I've coached, certainly one of the top defenders in the city. And then big 6'7" Graham Craisman, who can stretch the defense with his perimeter shooting. He's big, he's strong, he's a competitor. And then we just bring a lot of weapons off the bench, from Brandon, freshman Josh Lindsay, to Connor Klein, Bryce Johnson, you name it. It's just a very deep attack, and these guys have sharpened each other in practice day after day after day, because when you're playing 10 guys in a game, you've got a second and a first unit that can really push each other. And if some guy sleeps or slacks or is not doing what they need to be doing, the next guy's bringing it right down their neck. And that healthy competition has just been very, very positive for us this year.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck. Hopefully y'all can come out with the win, and I appreciate your time here this evening.
Really appreciate you being here, Coach.
All right, stick with us here on Louisville Basketball Game Night. We'll be back on the other side with your inside look right here on Glycod.
Ballard's going to have to shoot the ball well from the perimeter. Cannot afford to get into foul trouble. Ballard also needs to play in the half court and go inside to Blake Russell. Oh, he's going to try to do that.
Opportunity, skillful, educational, solid career path.
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all
Yeah,
very,
that's probably
very
the one thing in
knowledgeable.
sports I
They're
wish I could
preparing you
do
for
more
what you're
at.
already seeing in the field.
Go up
If you
and
struggle
cram
with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from
Yep.
a job to
And I got a
a
disclaimer,
life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
After, yeah.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full time.
While I work full time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Okay. 2 minutes. Okay, I can talk a little. Yeah. Okay. I like to ramble.
Not just blind.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
And back here at Ballard High School, Jim Ruther Gymnasium. Justin Kalen, Coach Paul Jackson back here alongside you as we continue your pregame. And now we've got to bring you your inside look. An inside look to tonight's game is presented by Blinds Direct. Looking for the best in-home decor at Blinds Direct. They offer custom blinds, wallpaper, and more, proudly supporting Louisville for over 30 years. Visit blindsdirect.com for more. Coach, let's first start for the visiting St. X Tigers. The inside look on them coming into this one.
Oh, yeah, St. X is going to run. One of the key factors that St. X brings to the table is their depth. From 0 to 9, even 10 players, they can run you and bring new troops in on you, and it is a tiring game. And Ballard does not quite have the depth as St. X, so you're going to see them playing fast and furious.
And how about for Ballard, inside look on the Bruins coming into this one?
Yeah, Ballard is going to need to, one, stay out of foul trouble. They've got 7 really solid players, but they can't afford to get in foul trouble. They need to value each possession, keep the turnovers down, and they're not afraid to run with St. X, but at the same time, I'd love to see them work more of that half-court game, go in and out to the big man Blake Russell.
Yeah, should be a fun one here this evening. 21-2 St. X Tigers and the 15-8 Ballard Bruins. By the way, this broadcast is authorized by Ballard High School with production rights owned by Glycod Media. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching as we'll step aside for a break here, come back on the other side, and Coach got a chance to catch up with Ballard head coach Greg Willis. We'll hear that conversation next as we continue to get you set for your Louisville basketball game night on Glycod.
Blind direct, not just blind.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt. Or on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup?
Or on Stephanie's perfect parking spot to stay perfect. But you can depend on their car starting because they have Interstate batteries. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville. You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycon.
Hey, back to Friday night game night. Here with Ballard head coach Greg Willis. Coach, we've got a great big game tonight against the St. X Tigers. Looking forward to seeing this game, and just wanted to get your thoughts on battling the Tigers tonight. Some of the keys to the game.
Yeah, I mean, they've had an unbelievable season. I think they're undefeated in the state right now, and just huge credit to Coach Klein and to their guys for the way that they've bought into each other. When they lost in the regional tournament last year, I know that they had some challenges, and they've just done a great job of playing together and buying in and listening to their coach, and Coach Klein does a great job getting them organized, and we're excited about the matchup. Should be a fun atmosphere, fun high school game, one of those that our kids will probably remember for a long time. So we just hope to go out and give them our best effort. We've had two great games with them the last two times that we've played them. So if we go out and battle and compete, and we think we got a decent chance.
Oh, Coach, first of all, congratulations on just a phenomenal year. Great bounce-back year for you with Ballard. They've had some great wins. I can think of Covington Catholic off the top of my head, going at Manual, beating them on the road. As we get closer, we're got 2 weeks away from the postseason here. What are your keys to really get that Ballard firing on all cylinders for the postseason?
Yeah, I think we're maybe fifth in the state in scoring, and so we've got guys that are talented offensive players, and we feel good about it in that area. We've really struggled rebounding the basketball, and so we've spent the last really all season talking about rebounding, but really have gotten more detailed with it in terms of film and trying to show guys and giving them some statistical breakdowns on the deficiencies that we have on the glass. And so we're spending these next couple weeks making sure that we're going to give everything we can on the glass, because I think J-Town had maybe 19 offensive rebounds. Mail had 15. St. X last time we played them had 13 offensive rebounds. And so we've got to compete more on the glass. And if we can not give teams extra possessions, then we like what our offense can do for us.
Gosh, you heard it right there from Coach Willis. It's going to be an emphasis on rebound tonight against the Tigers. This has the makings of a classic. We'll be right back on Friday night game night with starting lineups coming soon. Thank you.
Go ahead. Pour it on. As thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham. Always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Timing will work out.
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker
2.5.
promo,
It says on the
device
log,
promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets,
for sure.
cuckoo crusties,
There's no promo. It's just great rates.
and a cider ranch.
So I'll take it down to about a
great
minute,
rates and
30
great
seconds.
service. Call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Flycon in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Yeah.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Back here inside Jim Ruther Gymnasium at Ballard High School as we continue to get you set for Louisville basketball game night. Justin Kalen, Coach Paul Jackson alongside you. Todd Carter, our on-site producer tonight. And we've got to bring you your starting lineups for this one. Tonight's starting lineups are presented by Interstate Batteries. Get started with Interstate Batteries. They're outrageously dependable. First, let's start for the visiting St. X Tigers coming into this one 21-2 on the season. A lot of familiar names in this lineup, Coach. They're going to trot out Chief Cameron. He wears number 4, a 5'10 junior, averaging 8.4 points per game. Chance Dillingham wearing number 11, a 5'10 senior, averaging 13.7 a contest. Number 13, Graham Kraisman is a 6'6 senior. He puts up just over 8 points, nearly 5 rebounds a game. Jeremiah Jackson been playing very good basketball as of late, wearing number 23, a 6'5 junior, averaging nearly 15 points and 5 rebounds a contest. And Will Hankey wearing number 35, a 6'4 senior. He averages just under 9 points a contest. Coach, what do you make of that starting lineup for the Tigers?
Coach, there is a reason they are 12-0 against Kentucky teams. The key to this lineup is balance. You're going to see points per game from 14 down to 8. They're very balanced. They share the ball. There's a reason they're the best team in the state.
Well, not only the balance, but they've got a lot of guys that have been here a long time.
Absolutely.
Experience under Coach Klein. They understand the system, and just a bunch of guys that have played together for years and years now.
Yeah, very, very polished St. X Tiger team. They know each other, and again, I can't emphasize enough in tonight, their next 5 is arguably as good as their starting 5.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the starters for Ballard. 15-8 on the season as they're going to trot out Sam Frazier. He is a 6'3 senior, wears number 0, averaging nearly 18 points a game, 6 rebounds to go along with those 18 points, also leads the team with 46 threes. Nate Richardson wears number 3. He is a 5'9 senior, averaging 12 points a contest. Number 4, Nick Hayden, is a 6'4 junior. He averages nearly 9 points a game to go along with nearly 5 rebounds. Barron Clay, a freshman at 6 foot. He puts up nearly 8 points a contest as well. And Blake Russell, the big man down low, wearing number 23, a 6'9 senior, putting up 17 points a game, 8 rebounds as well. Coach, a guy who's put up 8 double-doubles this season. What do you make of that Ballard starting lineup?
Oh, Coach, the Ballard starting lineup, in the contrast to St. X, is the big 2. I call it the big 2. Sam Frazier on the perimeter and Blake Russell underneath. Both averaging close to 17 points a game. Blake with the double-doubles. rebounding is going to be key for Ballard with this lineup. Can they rebound the basketball, and can they not get too tired?
Well, you mentioned all the interesting matchups in our open here this evening. Really looking forward to all those. Tons of talent on both sides of the floor, and we're really looking forward to what should be a fun ball game here this evening. As we'll go ahead and step aside for our final pregame break, we'll come back on the other side, get you some series information, and then we will get you the opening tip-off. Stick with us. Louisville basketball game night on the other side right here on Glycod.
Check it.
Ooh.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
From Glycod, it's UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night. UA Local 502. They do it right the first time. Tonight's game is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. The Army National Guard, where the next greatest generation is now. German American Bank, building our community together. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Holy Smokes Barbecue. Now courtside for all the action from Glycod on UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night.
Goes by Chief.
And back here at Ballard, Jim Ruther Gymnasium, as we have made it through our national anthem. Now on to our starting lineups as the St. X starters being announced now. And let's go ahead and take a look at some of the series information for this one, Coach. Little surprising, since 1997, Ballard holds a 33-6 edge in the series. However, the Tigers have won the last two.
Yeah, don't be fooled by that number. Ballard, back in the day, Epic Programs kind of, quote-unquote owned St. X there for a while, but this year's a totally different ballgame, Justin.
Ballard's last win, by the way, in the series back on February 3rd, 2023. It was a 66-57 win for the Bruins back on that day. But, Coach, as you mentioned, these two teams met up earlier this season in the LIT. A 61-59 win for St. X in that one. So Ballard was able to hold the vaunted St. X offense in check that night. Do you see that happening here in this one?
Justin, I expect the same type of game. That LIT game, if it wasn't for Mr. Jeremiah Jackson just putting St. X on his shoulders the last fourth quarter, that game probably goes to Ballard. So credit to them, but I expect this one to be an awfully good one.
I always forget when we come here to Ballard that they do the lights down for the starting lineups. I love that. There's nothing cooler in high school basketball when they dim the lights in the gym for starting lineups. Gives it that college-type feel, you know?
I love it. And the student sections on both sides may get a little raucous. We're going to have to keep an eye on it. But high school basketball, this is the atmosphere we want. And, this could be the preview of the 7th Region Final here in a couple weeks.
And it's pretty well a full house as well. Not a whole lot of empty seats, I imagine. They're going to continue to fill up as this game goes along. Highly anticipated game here tonight between St. X and Ballard. And you can just feel the energy inside this gymnasium, Coach.
Let's put the seatbelts on. This is a good one. This is one I'm excited to call.
All right, let me give you these starters one more time quickly. For St. X, Chief Cameron, a junior. Chance Dillingham, a senior. Graham Kraisman, a senior. Jeremiah Jackson, a junior. And Will Hankey, a senior. For Ballard, Sam Frazier, a senior. Nate Richardson, senior. Nick Hayden, junior. Barron Clay is a freshman. And Blake Russell, also a senior. So not only both these teams have a lot of talent, but they also have a whole lot of older guys, Coach.
Yeah.
A lot of seniors in each lineup.
Yeah, it reminds me of a good college basketball game these days with these 23-year-olds. Both teams very experienced, and you'll see the experience in this game. Even though we sprinkled in a couple freshmen, the majority of it is the talented seniors.
So here we go, underway as it's going to be Russell tipping it off with Kraisman, and it's going to go out of bounds and will belong to Ballard. Well, maybe. Some confusion who this belongs to.
That's a great way to kick this one off.
Coach Klein already complaining 2 seconds
here we
in. As it is Ballard in their home white uniform, St. X in their road gold. And now here we go, as it will be with the Bruins here to start off the contest.
Coach, you're going to see Ballard run a lot of wheel action here to try to get the guards going and get Russell in underneath.
Watch for the speed of this Ballard team as well. Nate Richardson has got one speed, and it is fast as Chief Cameron sends his shot away there. Stays here with Ballard, though. As Richardson will trigger the inbound here. Now into the corner for Frazier. Frazier down low for Russell. Interested in seeing that Kraisman and Russell match up, but instead it's going to be a three splashed home by Nick Hayden.
Yeah, that's going to be key tonight. Ballard come out shooting the ball well. It's really going to make an impact in the game.
Dillingham in possession now for St. X as he gets it over to Kraisman. Now with Jeremiah Jackson, who goes in. Big-time collision as it goes out of bounds off the Bruins.
Jeremiah Jackson with that quick first step. He's looking to get into the paint. He's looking to score off the bounce, getting downhill.
As now, how about that heads-up play by Dillingham, inbounding it off the defender. And now out for Jackson. His three spins out, but Kraisman with the rebound and stick back.
And that's the Achilles heel tonight for Ballard. If viewers watch, will Ballard be able to rebound with the depth and height of St. X?
Kraisman pulling down nearly 5 a contest as now Frazier gets into the lane. Tries to kick it out for Richardson as Cameron takes it away. Nice Euro step in the lane as he gets the bucket.
I said they love going downhill. Beautiful Euro, the reverse, little Kyrie action.
Coach Klein was saying in our pregame interview they want about 18 possessions per quarter. So far, so good as Hayden misses to the left. Now Cameron tries to leave this one off for Hankey, taken away by Hayden. He'll go the whole distance and lay it in.
Couple of unforced turnovers by both teams. I think both teams need to just settle down, take a deep breath, run their sets, and get into the flow of this game a little.
Ballard by 1 as Nick Hayden has all those points, but now an answer on the other end by Will Hankey.
He's having his own way early.
Make it 6-5 now. Hayden to the left for Frazier. Frazier now in the lane loses it. Taken out of there by Dillingham, and he's going to get fouled by Frazier in the backcourt.
Dillingham is a tough guard. He's quick laterally, and you've really got to move your feet. Ballard cannot afford to get Sam Frazier in foul trouble early in this game.
I'll be honest, Coach. Dillingham kind of threw me for a loop. Last time I saw him last season, had hair down to about the middle of his back. Now it's nice and short. As Hankey down low. That's 4 points now for Hankey as that St. X lead up to 3.
Really like Will Hankey. He's a solid, just fundamental player. Gonna know his role and gonna play it well.
Frazier looking for the floater on the other end, comes off, but he does pull down his own rebound. Now out for the 3 here and got it.
The young freshman, Barron Clay. freshman plays with a ton of poise, Justin.
6-foot freshman, as now Chief Cameron the other end missing. Quickly up Frazier, now to Hayden down low for the finish. About the start for Nick Hayden, 7 early points. As Dillingham looking to answer, loses it out of play.
Justin, both teams are going to have to keep a guard back on defense, or they're going to get boat raced back and forth here. These teams love to run.
So I was just getting ready to ask you, is the pace sustainable for Ballard as much as it is for St. X?
As long as they got some oxygen mask over on the because it is fast and furious.
Now Russell, the big fella, with the nice righty hook. His first points of the contest. As Hankey inside the perimeter, kicks it out for Cameron. Cameron will attack and gets it to fall. 4 points now for Chief Cameron as the scoring continues, 12-10, not even halfway through the quarter.
No, I'm telling you, you can see some senior-laden teams that are just executing on offense, making good movement without the ball. We're seeing a clinic on both sides right now.
Speaking of great movement without the ball, great cut there by Richardson, and he finds Russell. 14-10, Ballard on top.
Not trying to put pressure on the big man, but he's going to have to play huge tonight for Ballard to win this game.
Now here comes Cameron, driving baseline, but throws it right on the inline that time.
St. X is quick to unload the bench, too. They're going to keep playing fast. The freshman Josh Lindsay, who's more than just a leaper. This guy can shoot it from deep as well.
Brandon Days, a 6-foot sophomore, also coming on the floor for the Tigers. Number 12 in gold. Just signed a contract with Louisville City in their academy. Pretty impressive stuff there by Days.
Very impressive. Multi-sport.
As Nick Hayden
Beautiful
spinning.
Move by Hayden. I've seen him execute that spin move underneath. It's very crafty and sneaky.
How about 9 first-quarter points for Nick Hayden, already above his season average of 8.7. Now Dillingham will fire. And a foul down low on the rebound opportunity. This is going to go against St. X.
Ballard's come out ready to play. Nick Hayden's given them a lot more than people expected early, and that's a huge bonus for the Bruins.
Well, they're going to change the call here and say it actually belongs to St. X. As Dillingham inbounds for Jackson. Jackson drives baseline. And nearly a tough finish, but he can't get it to fall, but does get the tip in, and I believe they call the foul on the tip-in try.
Yep. Jeremiah Jackson, again, loves to get to the rim, and Ballard's got to be careful. The foul trouble with him drawing fouls on Russell and Frazier and people underneath. Sometimes you just got to let it go and take a layup every once in a while.
First free throws of the game for St. X as Jackson knocks in the first one. Spins that ball in his hands, and the second one up and in as well. Richardson fouled in the backcourt by Chief Cameron.
Justin, these may be the fastest guards in the state of Kentucky on both teams. I mean, if you blink, you're going to miss. And,
you don't have to try to convince me.
Oh, man. This is a track meet.
By the way, Jaden Culver, a 5'10 junior now on the floor for Ballard. Number 11 in white. As in the court, and Hayden will try to keep hot. Russell on the board. Now Richardson. And he misses as Cameron comes down with the rebound. Now Dillingham in the corner. That three falls off.
Another aspect of Frazier's game, he averages about 6 rebounds a game, even only being a 6'1" kid. He gets some good elevation in the paint.
Speaking of elevation in the paint, how about that finish?
That great float game, too, to complement his threes.
First points of the night for Sam Frazier as Ballard on top by 6 now. Jackson trying to drive in on Frazier as he gets all the way down low, and that's going to be a charge call. And guess who took it? Mr. Nick Hayden.
Mr. Nick Hayden having himself a ball game. And Jeremiah's got to be careful. The head goes down. He's susceptible to giving the charge.
Now a couple substitutions on both sides. As it's going to be Connor Klein coming onto the floor for St. X, as will Bryce Johnson. Johnson is a 6'5 junior.
Justin, this is a key point of the game. Can Ballard's players 6, 7, and 8, your Caleb Millers, your Jaden Culvers, can they keep up the intensity of this game, which I think they can. That's going to be key.
Hayden will try another three. And since that hot start has missed his last 2 shots as it goes out of bounds, back to St. X. Bryce Johnson bringing it across the timeline here. Now down low. Back to Johnson, now on top. Klein's three. That misses, but the stick back up and in.
That Bryce Johnson, he's a sneaky, good three-point shooter and a little lefty that can play both inside and out.
And now a little fanciness on the other side. Here's going to be a three. That one splashed home.
They call that the ankle breaker. He just put it on him.
Jaden Culver.
Great kick out to Jaden Culver.
Great shot there by Culver. So Ballard lead up to 7 now, 21-14. Good passing here for St. X as they'll get a good look at 3. And now another battle down low as we're going to get a foul on the floor. As we'll take another look at it here. Chief Cameron going to go over to the St. X sideline. Nick Hayden comes over to the Ballard sideline. As Hankey in possession here. Down to a minute left in the quarter. Out on top. And that should be another charge, and it is.
I'll tell you, Ballard's assistant, Coach Seal, they work on taking charges every day with this team, and you're going to see a lot of that tonight. They're not afraid to get on the floor.
Already their second one taken here in this first quarter. As Frazier set to trigger the inbound, gets it in for Culver.
Justin, I've noticed St. X just a little bit tight starting out this game. See if they can relax and just play their brand of basketball.
Russell out on top now. Frazier with it. Frazier amongst the trees gets the recovery and sticks it back up and in. Now 4 first quarter points for Sam Frazier.
That's a microcosm of Sam Frazier right there. Never give up attitude.
Now Ballard on top by 9. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Looks like St. X is going to hold for the final shot. Brandon Days in possession with it. Down to 10. Now on top, Klein thought about a 3. Now inside, Hankey will take his time and finish. One last heave here for Frazier, and just off to the left. And that'll bring us to the end of quarter number 1. Ballard 23, St. X 16 as we'll step aside for our quarter break here. Come back and we'll continue your Louisville basketball game night on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville. You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Back here, Ballard High School for your Louisville Basketball Game Night this evening on Glycod. Ballard with a hot start in that first quarter. They lead 23-16 heading into this second quarter of play. Justin Kalen, Coach Paul Jackson back alongside you. And, Coach, a great start for the Bruins in that first quarter.
Oh, I tell you what, if you told Coach Willis he could have a 7-point lead after quarter number 1, he'd take it and run.
As now they're going to force a turnover to begin the second quarter, so a chance to add on to that here. As they'll inbound it here for Culver, the junior. Now Russell. Back to Culver. Frazier trying to set up the offense, using a screen by Russell, and then a mishandle on the pass. As Hankey brings it up, Klein will fire the three, gets it.
Turnovers leading to threes. Watch out for that in this game. It's fast and furious.
Connor Klein, the son of head coach Kevin Klein, 3-point specialist, if you will, for this St. X team, is now looking for an answer on the other end for Ballard, and they're going to get it.
Boy,
as that's Caleb Miller.
Nice contribution from Miller off the bench. That's a big three to settle him down a little bit.
Now into the corner, Klein again. This time empty as Frazier pulls down the board. Quick outlet up for Clay. Now Barron getting into the lane. Nice kickoff for Russell.
I'll tell you, for a freshman, the kid has a ton of assists. His assist-to-turnover ratio is very impressive for a kid that young.
Makes it 28-19. Ballard leading by 9. Has a good look at 3 here for the Tigers. Another miss. Rebounded by Lindsey. And now a block by Sam Frazier.
Sam Frazier with the sneaky hops on the block.
And on the other end, payback.
Another good defensive play by Days. Man, this is a high-level basketball game, Justin. And 2 of the top teams in the state, they're showing you why.
Jeremiah Jackson, Chance Dillingham, Chief Cameron, and I believe it was Graham Kraisman back on the floor for St. X.
I think Kraisman really needs to give them a shot in the arm. He's an excellent three-point shooter for a big guy.
There's Barron Clay on the miss, and they're going to call a push-off on the rebound attempt. Coach Willis not happy.
Justin, I don't like getting on Coach Willis's bad side, do you?
I would not advise that, no. As Jackson will trigger the inbound here for Chief Cameron. Chief being guarded by Richardson. Richardson got a piece of that. As now a pull-up by Dillingham gets it to fall and draws the foul.
Really like Chance's mid-range game, Justin. He can it's kind of a lost art, shooting that 12-footer these days.
Absolutely.
But he does a good job of getting past that original defender and just pulling up.
Just got an offer from Georgetown College this past week.
Yeah, it's a smorgasbord of offers for the Tigers these days. It's pretty impressive.
As Dillingham can't convert on the free throw, however, as that was his first 2 points of the game, as Culver brings it up, being guarded by Jackson. Now kicks it out for Hayden, who's back on the floor. Chief Cameron guards him. Hayden over for Russell. Russell will drive in on Kraisman, and that floater falls just a little bit long.
Not a fan of having Russell too much on the perimeter. I'd love for him to stay more in the paint and do some work.
Jackson drawing the foul down low. This one's going to go against Nick Hayden. He can't believe it. As Cameron will trigger the inbound here for St. X. They trail by 7. 5:35 left here in this first half as Jackson can't get the shot to fall, but Hankey on the rebound, and he'll have a three-point try. Talk about a swing of events there.
Yeah, Will Hankey's a smart basketball player. He's gonna stay inside there and battle and get rebounds and put putbacks, and I believe I think Bellman may be the lucky spot for him.
Ballard had that rebound. Hankey just poked it out of there, kept it alive. As Hankey at the line trying to convert the three-point play. And he cannot. Will Hankey with 8 points already in this game, though. 28-23, now a 3 for Barron Clay. The freshman gets it to fall.
Great job by Culver drawing the defense and kicking out. Ballard will be looking for those kickouts all night long. and they can flat knock them down.
That's a pair of them for Barron Clay thus far. Is looking for the answer is Hankey, and he will.
A little bully ball from Will Hankey off the bounce, showing some versatility.
And Coach Willis is going to call a timeout to talk about it with his team. With 5:01 to play, we'll step aside for a break as well. Stick with us. More Louisville basketball game night upcoming on Glycod.
Not just blinds. Blinds Direct. Not just blinds.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Latest updates on all things high school athletics, including continuous score updates. Visit glycod.com. We really enjoy what we do and appreciate your support. We also appreciate good basketball, and that's what we've seen here tonight at Ballard. Justin Kalin, Coach Paul Jackson back alongside you. Bruins leading by 6, but it has been a fun game, track meet type of situation thus far, Coach.
Great game to watch. Right now, St. X is going to put some full court pressure. This will be interesting. Ballard usually handles the press very effectively.
St.
As
X,
I say that, we're looking at a turnover.
I'm blaming you, announcer jinx
right.
there. As Dillingham down low, Jeremiah Jackson for the finish.
Yeah. This is the track meet that St. X wants with their depth.
As Culver looks for the answer.
Speeding Ballard up a little bit too quickly right now for the Bruins.
Now Dillingham drives in, and they're going to call that one a block.
That may get Coach Willis an aneurysm over there. I don't know. That was close.
That would have been the third charge of the game called against St. X. To be honest with you, I think that might have been the most obvious one.
I'm going to have to agree with you there, Justin. I think they may have missed it.
So Dillingham's going to go to the line for a pair, as that was the 5th foul against Ballard. Still 4:32 to play here in this second quarter. Dillingham up and in. He'll have another try here as he shrugs those shoulders. Takes him a deep breath and splashes that one home as well. 4 points now for Chance Dillingham. Quickly up for Culver. Dangerous pass, but Culver handles it. Now he faces some pressure, and we're going to get a kick ball call here.
So far, credit to Coach Klein to implementing this full court pressure. Seems to have a little distress on Ballard right now.
I'll be honest, I can't believe it took this long to break it out. Typically, This is a St. X team that likes to press for pretty much the entire game.
I think we may see more of it.
As Frazier now coming right down the lane. Nobody picks him up. 6 points now for Sam Frazier as we're down just over 4 minutes left here in this first half. Here's Dillingham. Step back three. Misses everything. And he's going to hear about it from the Bruin students here in attendance.
Chance got a little rush there. He just needs to set his feet, take his time, and knock it down.
33-29, Ballard continuing to lead. Now with Frazier. He tries to get it into Russell. Russell somehow catches it, but then loses it out of play. Well, that's because it was poked loose by Sosa Friedman.
St. X perimeter defense is very impressive, putting a ton of pressure on these guards. Guards are having a little bit of trouble getting the ball down low. I think that's going to be a key to the game to get Russell some looks as we speak.
Here is Russell battling against Kraisman. Leaves it short, though. And now a ball carrying out of bounds. Last touched by Friedman again. Russell looks like he's just getting a little bit sped up down there on that low block, Coach.
Yeah, Blake's at his best when he takes the ball to the rim. If you see him fading away, that's not what Coach Willis wants.
Well, now he gets it taken away by Kraisman. As Tigers coming back to try to cut into this 4-point deficit. Cameron. He'll get a screen from Kraisman. Now inside, loses it. Ball just pokes loose and picked up by Ballard. As here comes Clay, cross court to Culver. Now Frazier's three. That's not one you'll see Sam Frazier miss all that often. As now Friedman in the corner. Dillingham's three. He misses.
Ballard doing a relatively good job on the boards. I know that's a key to the game for Coach Willis. One shot and done for St. X will be key.
Now ball poked out of bounds. Last touched by the Tigers here with 2:53 left to play in the first half.
Justin, I'm seeing a lot of players grabbing their shorts and taking deep breaths right now. This is going to be an epic battle, it looks like, for 4 quarters. Can Ballard sustain the energy to keep up with X's depth? That's the key here.
Can you blame them for being tired? They signed up to play basketball, not run track.
I'm tired of watching them.
As Culver inside, fancy footwork up and in.
Jaden Culver giving him a nice boost tonight.
5 first-half points now for Culver. Sosa Friedman sending it to the right for Cameron. Now with Kraisman. Kraisman's got to watch those elbows. So he gets it back to Cameron. Now Klein for the three, and he gets another one.
Coach Klein, Connor, has done a nice job coming in, taking his time on those three and just knocking them down. Beautiful-looking shot.
35-32 as St. X gets closer as now Hayden loses it. Here comes Friedman. Puts that head down all the way inside, and he's going to be fouled. As that was Jackson Hanners, the 5'10 junior, picking up the foul.
Coach Willis trying to buy some crucial time right now for his starters, and this is a key point in the game. Can we hold X at bay here while we buy a little time for the starting 5?
Friedman will step to the stripe for a pair as he knocks in the first. Looks like Jersey night for the St. X students. Off in front of us to the left.
Oh, yeah, we've got 2 creative student fan bases, that's for sure.
It's like a whiteout on Ballard's side of things as Friedman misses the second of 2, and now Culver with another good look. He comes up long.
Coach Willis is not disappointed with those shots, though. The good open looks.
Cameron leaves this one off for Friedman, who leaves it short but gets his own offensive rebound. Now Kraisman working hard. He can't get it. Battling inside. I tell you what, this is a hard-fought game.
This is an absolute war down low right now. Both teams laying it on the line.
And Ballard wins out this time as they're going to get possession of the basketball once more as Friedman goes over to that St. X sideline. The freshman Josh Lindsay makes his way back out there.
Who's going to get the momentum going into halftime here just in this last minute 30? I think it's pretty crucial.
Yeah, so many times that is important. As we're down to 90 seconds left as Hayden driving in. He'll pick up some contact. So 9 first quarter points for Nick Hayden. Nothing since, so trying to add on to that here.
Nick Hayden last year was more of a spot shooter. This year off the bounce, he has really improved his game to where he's getting a lot of 2-point conversions off the bounce and getting to the free throw line.
We'll see what he can do here from the line as he knocks in the first. So now 10 points for Nick Hayden. Excellent start to this game for him.
Probably the X factor in this first half, Justin.
Sure, yeah. Second one up and in as well. As Blake Russell back on the floor, he'll replace Nick Hayden.
As frantic as this first half has been, the fouls have been pretty much at bay. Pretty clean played game for the tempo.
As Days now dribbling it into the corner, and he loses it, but they're going to say last touched by Sam Frazier with 1:16 left. Lindsay inbounding it for Days. Days going to direct some traffic here. He gets it to Klein. Klein will dribble in, but picks up his dribble. Now back out Days. He's trying to get it down low for Jeremiah Jackson, but good defense by Sam Frazier, denying him.
Really good defensive pressure for Ballard right now.
Great job by Klein there, keeping that ball in play as now Day's in the lane. Out for Lindsay. The three falls off to the right. And they're going to say last touched by St. X here as Sam Frazier has taken a beating down low.
That Jeremiah Jackson, looks like he looks more comfortable in shoulder pads to me. I mean, he is a specimen.
Frazier will inbound it here for Culver. Down to 40 seconds left. Ballard continuing to lead by 4. On top now Russell. Hands it off to Frazier, but nearly taken away by Jackson. Frazier able to get it off, and that's going to be a backcourt violation as that ball hit in the backcourt.
St. X really ramping up the defensive pressure. I think they realize Coach Klein needs the defensive pressure may end up winning this game on both sides of the ball.
As Coach Willis wanted an explanation, not going to get it as we're down to 26 seconds left. Alphaseka coming on the floor for Ballard here for the final 26 seconds.
Justin, you can just feel the tension here.
Oh, yeah.
Holy cow.
Oh, yeah. Cut it with a knife.
Man.
As Dillingham across the timeline with it. 20 seconds remaining. See if Tigers can get a big score or Ballard can get a big stop prior to the halftime here. Down to 10 seconds. Dillingham down low for Jackson as St. X with an easy bucket. Now Culver down to 2. Now 1 fires it off and nearly got that to fall as that'll bring us to the end of our first half of play. Ballard 37, St. X 35 in an entertaining first half of basketball here from Ballard. We'll step aside for that halftime break, come back on the other side. We'll break it all down for you as your Louisville basketball game night continues right here on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Welcome to Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up.
How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
You're struggling with something at school. Sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. you can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tinsley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tinsley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
And back here, Ballard High School, Jim Ruther Gymnasium, as we are smack dab in the middle of our halftime break. Ballard with a 37-35 lead over St. X. By the way, tonight's scoreboard is presented by Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you. 7508 Preston Highway. Give them a call on 502-968-5657. And now joined by a special guest here at halftime, it's Jason Frakes of the Courier-Journal. Jason, thanks for taking some time for us here at halftime. Heck of a first half we just saw there.
Yeah, that was a fun one. Good pace, some good shooting. It's about that time for district tournament play, so it's good to see both of these teams kind of playing at a pretty good level right now. Anything stick out for either of these teams in that first half for you? Ballard shot the ball real well. I don't know what they shooting at halftime, but they were 10 for 18 in the first quarter, so shooting the three well. Nick Hayden kind of standing out so far. He's got 9 points. That's about his average for the season, so he's playing well. St. X kind of spread the scoring. I think they'd like to see Jeremiah Jackson get a little more involved here in the second half. They got him that alley-oop at the end of the second quarter, so we'll see if that gets him going.
Yeah, Jeremiah Jackson was 6 first-half points. Any expectations for the second half? Will it remain this close?
Well, Ballard played them tough in the LIT a few weeks ago. They were up 12 in the third quarter, so and I'm not going to make any predictions, but I think Ballard will keep it close for whatever reason. They match up well with St. X, so here in their home gym, I expect them to keep it close.
All right, Jason. Well, thanks for joining us here at halftime. I know you got a lot of work to do, stats to figure out, so you can put out a great story this evening. Thanks for all your coverage for the Courier-Journal.
All right, thanks for having me.
All right, and we'll step aside for a break here, come back on the other side, and we'll bring you a full rundown of the statistics as we continue your Louisville basketball game night here on Glycod.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tinsley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tinsley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt.
Today!
Or on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup?
Or on Stephanie's perfect parking spot to stay perfect. But you can depend on their car starting because they have Interstate batteries. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Innovation is what allowed us to reach for the stars. And now, to reach for the ignition without changing your oil for what feels like forever. Introducing Oil Guard, a Ferris exclusive. This innovative Vanguard oil system lets you go 5 times longer between oil changes. Along with Ferris's patented suspension system, you'll cut faster, mow longer, and reduce maintenance.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycon.
And back here, Jim Ruther Gymnasium for your Louisville Basketball Game Night coverage from Ballard High School, as it is Ballard with a 37-35 lead. Justin Kalen, Coach Paul Jackson back alongside you, and we've got to bring you your first half stats. Tonight's first stats are brought to you by German American Bank. Support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more info. It was a 23-16 lead for Ballard after one before taking this 37-35 lead here to the halftime break. How did it happen? Let's first start with the scoring for St. X. They had 8 guys find the scoring column. Will Hankey led the way with 10. 6 points for Jeremiah Jackson and Connor Klein. 4 points for Chief Cameron and Chance Dillingham. 2 points for Bryce Johnson, 2 as well for Graham Kraisman, and 1 point for Sosa Friedman. For Ballard, they had 6 guys find the scoring column, none bigger than Nick Hayden, who had 11. 6 points for each Blake Russell, Barron Clay, and Sam Frazier. 5 points for Jaden Culver, and 3 points for Caleb Miller. As it was an entertaining first half, Coach. Hopefully we get more of the same here in the second.
Here we go. Put your seatbelts on again. This is going to be epic.
As a turnover on the first possession for Ballard. So St. X with a chance to tie or take the lead. Turns out they're going to take the lead.
Chance Dillingham getting the third quarter off to a good start, set his feet, knocked it down.
And now nearly another turnover, but last touched by St. X. As Coach Willis has to get out of the way so Frazier can inbound this thing. As he gets it in for Nate Richardson. Nick Hayden also on the floor, as is Barron Clay and Blake Russell. And now the three here by Frazier comes up empty for St. X. Jeremiah Jackson, Chief Cameron, Graham Kraisman, Will Hankey, and Chance Dillingham, who will try another three. This time comes up empty, and a foul on the floor on that rebound opportunity.
Justin, I have a feeling Coach Klein may have had a spirited conversation with his team in halftime. They've come out with some extra intensity in this first minute.
And within the first minute, we're going to get a full timeout taken with 7:16 left here in this third quarter. We'll step aside for one as well. More Louisville Basketball Game Night coming right up on Glycod.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Tech 24, a commercial food service repair company. Find out how you can train for a rewarding career and earn top pay and benefits by visiting mytech24.com.
Back here, Ballard High School for your Louisville basketball game night coverage here this evening. Justin Kalen, Paul Jackson on the call for you tonight. Todd Carter, our on-site producer. Christian Sanchez running the camera for us this evening. And we have been treated to a fantastic ball game thus far, as it is a 38-37 St. X lead. Now make it 40-37 as Jeremiah Jackson gets the finish.
Justin Ballard fell asleep on the inbounds play and then got sped up for another turnover. We're starting to see a little momentum shift here. Ballard really needs to compose themselves right now. St. X has the ability, as Clark Kellogg would say, spurtability. They can absolutely run the tables on you.
Love spurtability. Love it. As triggering the inbound here is Hankey for Chief Cameron. Chief gets a screen from Kraisman. Dillingham. And for Kraisman, and how does that come out? But rebounded by Cameron. Now out Dillingham. He'll stop and pop. And that comes off. Rebounded by Russell. Now Frazier, dangerous pass up for Nick Hayden. Now Frazier, defense falls asleep for St. X, but Frazier can't finish.
That's Sam's game. Both teams having a little problem finishing at the rim.
And Hankey will keep up the trend. Now quick outlet up for Frazier. Surely he finishes this one, and he does.
Don't blink. Here we go.
And quickly back comes St. X. Dillingham will get another three, and he hits again.
Chance playing a really good floor game and shooting the ball well tonight.
He's now up to 10 points in the ball game. It's that St. X lead up to 4. Believe their biggest of the night. As Culver now in possession, on top for Hayden. Handoff for Frazier. Baron Clay gives him a screen, and then he tries to go over the top for Clay, and that one's poked loose by St. X. But Dillingham can't convert. Good effort there by Clay defensively, as Hayden's three will fall.
Mark that possession down. That was a turning point. That was a great defensive play by Clay. Came back. Nick Hayden playing a heck of a ball game.
14 now for Nick Hayden. Incredible effort here in this one tonight. And Ballard back to within one, 43-42. Cameron trying to work on Culver, and Culver's going to get a 5-second call. You don't see those too often, Coach.
Yeah, Coach, I'm surprised Cameron didn't really break the plane there. Kind of just got stuck dribbling, and a good job by Culver applying the pressure. Coach Klein not overly thrilled with that call.
That makes one outburst for each coach so far. They're even. We're fair now.
Yeah, that's fair.
As Culver across the timeline, up for Hayden. Back out for Culver. And tries the circus shot, can't get it to fall, but Russell keeps the possession alive. Out for Frazier, misses another three. Sam Frazier's missed some great looks from deep tonight. As now Jackson tried to keep that ball in play, but gets it right into Frazier, who gets it up for Hayden.
Good job running the lanes by Ballard. You know, can they keep this type of level up is the question. So far, so good, though, with a 1-point lead with 4 minutes left in the third.
If you remember that LIT meeting earlier this season, they also had a big lead in the third before a massive fourth quarter by St. X got them the win, as Jeremiah Jackson going to be whistled for the travel. He can't believe it. He said, I didn't even move.
Justin, I'd like to see St. X get the ball to the rim a little more. They've been falling in love with the three a little bit too much this quarter. I think they've got an advantage there.
As Coach Klein now wants a timeout. I think he just wants an explanation from the officials. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll try to squeeze one in as well. Stick with us. More Louisville basketball game night coming up on Glycod.
Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 male high graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycon.
And back here, Ballard High School as they lead by 1, 44-43. Justin Kalen, Paul Jackson back here alongside you as it has been a very entertaining game thus far, and that'll continue here as Frazier lays it up in there.
Great movement without the ball. Nick Hayden has a confident look in his eye tonight, Justin. Good to see for him.
He's got 16 points. His buddy Sam Frazier joins him in double figures now with 10. As Cameron with the oop trying to hit Jeremiah Jackson. Good idea, poor execution. Ballard leading by 3. A chance to add on to that here. Under 4 to play here in this third quarter. As Culver quickly inside, tries to drop it off, but he got lucky there as Kraisman just knocks it out of bounds. Kraisman should have had an easy steal there. As it'll be the freshman Barron Clay set to trigger the inbound here.
Look for Ballard to go inside here to Russell to get him going, Justin. He's been a little stagnant so far.
And Clay will get it to Russell because that was the easiest option there on the inbound, but Russell loses it. Now Dillingham turns on the Jets. Leaves it off for Jackson. Jackson's got to get going as cross-court pass here. Cameron's 3 misses everything, but Hankey on the rebound and stick back. Oh, they're going to say no basket.
Floor. Wow, that was...
And that may send Coach Klein over the edge. Student section for St. X can't believe it either.
Hankey has a knack for the ball. He just has a knack for the ball.
As now he'll get it inbound here for Cameron. Dillingham in the corner. Might have extended that arm, but no call. Now Frazier pulls down the board, and he's going to be fouled.
Chance may have gotten away with one there, but good job on Ballard holding their own and rebounding.
Josh Lindsay, Connor Klein, and Brandon Days, set to check back in for St. X.
This is the advantage that X brings to the table. They're going to reload with 3 fresh bodies where Ballard's going to grab the shorts and try to hang in there.
So far, so good for the Bruins. As Culver being guarded by Days crosses him up, and good look for 3, but couldn't knock it down. And now they're going to say last touched by St. X.
Jaden Culver, really nice job creating space there for a good look.
He's provided a lot of good minutes tonight for Ballard.
Absolutely.
As on top, Frazier will try again. This one falls well short and then saved right off of Graham Kraisman. How about that effort by Caleb Miller?
Caleb Miller, that's what he brings to the table for Ballard. You're going to see a lot of hustle, a lot of movement, and I give that kid a ton of credit.
That was incredible effort there. Bryce Johnson back on the floor now for St. X as Hankey going to get the steal on the inbound. And now Hankey will keep that head down, go all the way to the bucket and finish.
That's a nice left. Showing some versatility, some full court handles for the big man.
First points of the second half for Hankey after 10 in the first half, and now Frazier on the other end draws the foul.
I think Sam saw a potential mismatch there with Connor and tried to take him to the basket. Hopefully he can convert there. But Connor Klein has done a great job off the bench and played a steady game tonight.
If Frazier can knock down the free throws here to extend that Ballard lead as he gets the first to fall.
Justin, as we get to the fourth quarter, I think you're going to see the stars from both teams really come out and shine.
You mean we haven't already?
I know it.
As Frazier knocks down a pair. He's got 12 points all of a sudden in the game, 6 in this third quarter. As now Hankey outside Klein's 3. Hit 2 in the first half, but that one doesn't fall. Now Frazier, a quick pass up for Barron Clay. I tell you what, if that shot would have fell,
that would
I'd have been calling Sports Center. As now the oop! Speaking of calling Sports Center, Josh Lindsay.
Lindsay, welcome to the party.
Oh.
Wow.
Now Ballard looking for an answer on the other end. We're going to get the offensive foul.
That was actually a good call. Blake Russell did push him in the back.
Let's take another look at that Josh Lindsay oop here. What a thing of beauty there. Everyone's seen on social media about Josh Lindsay, the freshman phenom for St. X, but crazy to see it in person, Coach.
He has been viral more times than Taylor Swift. It's unbelievable.
As now St. X trailing by 1 has an opportunity here to jump back on top. So they send it down low, but taken away. Good hands as Culver crossing the timeline, and he's going to get fouled.
Now we're playing some basketball, boys.
Tell you what, the energy in this building went up so high.
This is what high school basketball is all about.
So we've still got 2 minutes to play here in this third quarter. Jeremiah Jackson checking back in. Frazier will trigger the inbound for the freshman Clay. Good footwork by him, but he can't convert on the shot. And now ball knocked out of bounds. Last touched by St. X as Bryce Johnson couldn't corral it.
Entertaining basketball game. A lot of good teamwork and individual moves at the same time. Ballard desperate to get Blake Russell involved here in this game.
Russell just with 6 points here in this one. A guy averaging almost 18 a game as they try to inbound it to him here, and he can't catch it cleanly. And due to that turnover, Coach Willis says, I'm done with this pullover. We're going to the polo. His team still leading by 1, 48-47. As Day's coming across the timeline, being guarded by Culver. Now with Klein. Klein going to turn it over right into the hands of Culver. Now Jaden looks for Frazier. Frazier wants to go over the top for Russell. Now he'll bounce pass it to him, but read perfectly by Klein. But Klein gives it right back, and a good save at midcourt by Miller. And then another takeaway.
Both teams laying it on the line. May not be the prettiest basketball in the last 30 seconds, but you can't fault the hustle.
Jeremiah Jackson fouled up top after a gorgeous behind-the-back move.
For a big kid, he is really agile. I see why colleges are all over him. He's got great footwork for a kid that size.
I'm always impressed with the handles of Jeremiah Jackson as well.
Absolutely.
As he'll head to the line for a pair, as that was the 5th foul called against Ballard here in this third quarter.
That could be a storyline. That's putting X to the foul line now for remaining 1:15. Ballard cannot afford foul trouble in that fourth quarter.
And Coach Willis trying to get an explanation over there on that sideline. As we're going to get Jackson Hanners coming back onto the floor now for the Bruins.
You'll see Coach Willis do this at the end of the quarters, trying to get his guys some breathers for this push for the end of this game.
It'll be the freshman Barron Clay coming off the floor. As Jackson's first free throw comes off. He'll have one more here, and if he hits it, we'll be tied up at 48 with 75 seconds left here in this third quarter. And he will. That's now 9 for Jeremiah Jackson, as a little bit of pressure in the backcourt again for St. X. They had some success with that in the first half, but this time Ballard able to beat it with ease. Now in the corner, three-pointer here for Miller comes up empty. Quick outlet up for Klein. Klein will drive in, little out of control, and he's going to get called for the charge.
A couple times Connors over-penetrated late in this third quarter, but that was a close call either way. That one went to Ballard. Boy, is that charge number 3 or 4?
Yeah.
Wow.
Impressive. As now Ballard will take back over with 53 seconds, all knotted up at 48. We came into this one expecting a good one. Coach, that's exactly what we've gotten so far.
This is following the script, I'm telling you. This is going to be a good one.
As the officials going over to the scorers table to check something. think they're just verifying who the foul was on. Right now it's up on the board as a foul against Chief Cameron, which is his third. And they're going to keep it that way as Sam Frazier inbounds here.
X going with some more full court pressure here, trying to speed up Ballard.
And Hanner's now at the top of the key, off for Frazier. Baron Clay back on the floor, now with Culver. Culver's step back jumper. That comes up empty. Klein pulls down the board. Now Klein quickly up for Days. Days out now for Lindsay. And St. X going to hold for the final shot here. So we're down to 20 seconds left in the quarter. Tied up at 48. Screen by Jackson. Days gets inside and passes it up. Instead kicks it out for Lindsay. Down to 10 seconds. Back in the hands of Days. Works it to his right here. All the way inside. Misses. Blake Russell comes up with it. Cook outlet up. Sam Frazier, long three. Falls empty. And that'll bring us to the end of three quarters. 48 all as we head to the fourth. It'll be an exciting finish in this one. Stick with us for it. More Louisville basketball game night coming right up on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
a life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
You're struggling with something at school. Sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Fourth and final quarter just about underway here from Jim Ruther Gymnasium. Justin Kalin, Coach Paul Jackson back here with you. 48 all as we head into this fourth quarter. Coach, it was a 2-point game the first time around. Looks like we're in store for a similar type finish here in this one.
This is what we call 8 minutes. Who wants it?
As Sam Frazier forcing a turnover on the first possession and finally gets a three.
That's a good sign for, like I said, the fourth quarter. That's Sam Frazier time.
You did make the call in that third quarter that the Stars were going to shine here in this fourth quarter. Well, you're off to a good start as Dillingham with the basketball in his hands here. Now in the corner, Days three. Jackson on the stick back. Unbelievable effort there.
Jackson, the kid's just got heart. He's a battler.
I don't know how he physically pulled his arm that far back to get that back up and in, but impressive nonetheless.
He refused to let St. X lose last game.
Now Days on the takeaway will lay it up and in.
Okay, a little sloppy there from Sam.
First points of the night for Brandon Days as it gets St. X back on top, 52-51. Culver tries to answer. That's empty. Batted out of bounds. Last touch by St. X. Tell you what,
I haven't seen Nate Richardson in the game. He's taking a decent amount of time away.
Looked like he got a little banged up.
That must have been. Okay, that makes sense.
So good to see him back out there for sure. As Russell hands this one off for Baron Clay. Clay trying to get it to Richardson. Yeah, that is definitely a boost for Ballard. Yeah. Richardson being back out there, and here's why, utilizing that speed. But he's going to turn it over here as Dillingham picks it up. And they are letting them play here tonight as Lindsay inside looking for another highlight. That time can't convert. Frazier across into the corner. Back to Frazier. In for Russell, and he gets it poked loose. And I believe they're going to get Josh Lindsay for the foul.
Looks like Sam made a concerted effort to go inside to get big Blake Russell going. I think those two guys in this fourth quarter for Ballard will be key. The Frazier-Russell, can they get Blake going tonight? with St. X. Watch this Bryce Johnson kid. He is a very capable three-point shooter.
That's number 10 in gold as inbounds here for Russell. So he has it poked loose, but able to come away with it. And now he'll try to drive in on Bryce Johnson. Flips that one up, and a good rebound by Jeremiah Jackson.
That's what we call a man's rebound right there.
The physicality has definitely turned up here in this second half for both teams. As Dillingham now on top for Jackson. 3.
Uh-oh.
And here comes Frazier. He'll try another one. Now foul down low. I believe they're going to get Blake Russell on this one.
May have been Miller, I believe. Or
Okay.
Nope. I stand corrected, Justin.
Russell?
Russell.
I'll take the win.
You get the win there.
52-51, St. X leading by the slimmest of margins. Under 6 to play here in this ballgame. Dillingham will trigger the inbound right in front of us.
Justin, I saw Josh Lindsay grab his leg after that latest aircraft carrier move to the basket, but hoping he's okay.
Dillingham out for Cameron. Rebounded by Hayden. Aircraft carrier move. Now Miller leaves it off for the freshman Clay. Back out to Hayden. And a oop attempt there for Caleb Miller, but he can't catch it cleanly and stick it in.
That is not.
And now the no-look pass by Dillingham in for Cameron.
That was not what Ballard was looking for, and St. X capitalizes on it. This is the danger part of the game for the Bruins.
St. X got that lead back up to 3 now. 5 minutes to play. As Richardson nearly turns it over, but Clay picks it up. He'll float it up, and that somehow comes off, but Culver, big-time offensive rebound.
Got to credit Ballard with the offensive rebounds, but I know Clay would like to have that one back.
Now Hayden, the deep 2, gets blocked.
Jeremiah Jackson stepping up once again.
Dillingham thought about a 3, now
look.
threads the
Great
needle.
look.
Brandon Day's up and in, and that's going to be his 4th point. That will also get us to a timeout. St. X has that lead up to 5 now, 56-51. As they take a timeout, we'll step aside for one as well. Stick with us. We've got more Louisville basketball game night upcoming on Glycon.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycon.
And back here at Ballard High School, Justin Kalin, Coach Paul Jackson on the call.
Yeah, Chance Dillingham, I think, with a great no-look here. Good job penetrating, finding Brandon Days. What a danger point here for the Bruins. This could be an entertaining last 4 minutes, 36 seconds.
St. X leading by 5 here, and Chance Dillingham, I tell you what, I'm never surprised with his passing abilities. Anytime I cover this St. X team, he is such a good passer.
I have really impressed with Chance tonight. He has been under control, but playing fast.
Has 10 points as well to go along with the handful of assists. As Ballard looking for an answer here, trailing by 5. And you mentioned it kind of feels like a danger zone when you're playing arguably the best team in the state of Kentucky. You've got to get some answers.
No questions. Coach Willis is going to go back with his guns here to try to make a late push here.
That was Sam Frazier and Blake Russell checking back in. As Frazier goes over the top for Russell. Now with Frazier, fires a 3. Looked like he got hit on the wrist. Instead, that ball blocked away. As Dillingham tried to save it in bounds, then looked at the ref like that wasn't off us. What are you trying to save it for, Chance? As Frazier once again will go over the top for Russell. Now with Nick Hayden.
All right, somebody has got to step up for Ballard. This is go time for him. And will it be Sam Frazier, or are we going?
Culver will try the three. That was a good look for Culver, and now the rebound taken out of there by Chief Cameron. No, they're going to roll jump ball, so it stays here with Ballard. What an effort.
Yeah, good hustle there by Russell, not giving up on the play. St. X has just got some real beef underneath. They are strong and tough on those boards.
Nate Richardson set to throw this ball in. Gets it in for Nick Hayden, who gets it right back to Richardson. He'll pull up in the lane. That comes up empty. Chief Cameron, yet another board.
The guards at St. X do a good job rebounding.
Cameron over the timeline, under 4 to play. Hankey with a great look for Jackson, who throws it down.
Jeremiah Jackson, hello.
A vicious dunk there. Now Ballard really needing an answer, trailing by 7. Culver takes some contact, and he'll be heading to the stripe as he got Chief Cameron up off of his feet.
That was a really executed play down there. A little give and go action to Jeremiah Jackson. He brought the thunder.
As Culver will head to the free throw stripe here. Good looking stroke on that first one.
Ballard's got some productive minutes tonight from Culver and Nick Hayden.
As Culver with another try here. That one comes out, but Hayden, speaking of, offensive rebound. He'll try for the putback and can't get it to fall. Jaden Culver with 6 points here in this one following that free throw, as Ballard now trailing by 6, and they're going to get the basketball back following the turnover.
A rare mistake from Chance there. Got a little over-penetrated, really didn't have anything to do with the ball there.
Now inbound for Richardson. He'll bring it across the timeline. Now in the hands of Jaden Culver, guarded by Dillingham. Frazier with a good look at 2, and he gets it to fall.
Coach Willis is going to get the ball into his best player's hands in the last 2 minutes, and that is Sam Frazier.
That's 11 points now in this second half for Sam Frazier, and he's right at his average at 17 points. Cross court. Dillingham assesses.
You're going to see X really value their possessions here coming in, knowing they've got the lead.
As Cameron will drive in, he misses, and a late foul call.
Might have been a good time for one of the Ballard defenders to take their 4th charge of the evening right there.
Instead, it's just going to be Chief Cameron heading to the free throw line for a pair. That Ballard student section starts to pick up the noise. Cameron knocks down the first one. Tell you what, it's a big game when you've got almost every news station in the house taking footage. As Cameron knocks them both down. He's now got 8 points in the game, and that's going to bring us to a timeout, this time a full timeout. So we'll step aside and take it with them. 2:33 to play, St. X by 6. You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
And back here at Ballard, Jim Ruther Gymnasium, as we're going to take another look at that Jeremiah Jackson throwdown. Pretty impressive stuff, Coach.
Oh, I love this move. Watch it into the high post backdoor. Jeremiah, boom. With the thunder.
Pretty impressive throwdown by Jeremiah Jackson. That's following Josh Lindsay having an impressive one earlier, as both these teams have put on a show here in this one. St. X 60. Ballard 54. Justin Kalin, Paul Jackson back here with you, as it will be Ballard basketball coming out of the timeout. Coach, 2.5 minutes left to play in this one. What's Ballard need to do?
Sit back and enjoy and get the ball to your best players and let them play.
As Richardson thought about a three, now he gets all the way inside, floats it up wildly. Rebounded by Kraisman. Now Days brings it across. Up for Jackson. Over to Hankey. And like you said, St. X is going to try to value their possessions a little bit more here in the late going.
They're a solid free throw shooting team, and they're going to value the possessions and make Ballard try to turn them over, but it's a tall order.
And they're just content to keep passing it around here.
I think Coach Willis is going to have to foul here shortly. We'll see.
Jackson thought about a three, instead drives in and does indeed get fouled. However, just the third against Ballard, so they'll have to do that 2 more times. You like the free throw rules they implemented a couple years ago?
Okay. I'm going to give it just an okay. I don't like that it cuts off each quarter. I kind of like it going, the entire, sometimes if entire third and fourth quarter with more free throw, I think it's a little more entertaining.
St. X in possession, leading by 6 as we're down to 90 seconds left now. Jackson, and nearly a turnover as Days does indeed keep it alive in for Cameron. And now Coach Willis is telling his guys, come up on him. And now they're going to start the foul game as Frazier picks up the first.
I know there's a lot of people out there right now kind of wishing for a shot clock in high school basketball when they get like this, but give Coach Klein credit. You got to play by the current rules, and it's smart to put Ballard on the defensive end right now.
They did tinker with it in the LIT this past year, I saw.
And I thought it was very well received, very well received.
As Dillingham will get fouled in the backcourt. So he'll head to the stripe for a pair. So St. X leading by 6 as this lead has ballooned up a little bit here, Coach, but to me that doesn't take anything away from what has been a fantastic ball game here tonight.
Yeah, I wouldn't foul out of the parking lot just yet. We've still got 1:10 left, and this 2 explosive teams, anything can happen down the stretch.
As Dillingham will have one more try here after knocking down the first. That one comes off, but chased down the offensive rebound. And that's what you can't allow to happen if you're Ballard.
Yep, that's the cardinal sin. Again, starting to reflect a little bit on this game, the St. X depth eventually is just so hard to overcome late in the ball game. If you look at Ballard guys right now, they are huffing and puffing. They've put on a fantastic show. It's hard to stay at that level against St. X for all 4 quarters.
Yeah, it's been I've thought they performed pretty well here in this one. I mean, like we touched on, St. X arguably the best team in the state of Kentucky, so you knew it was going to be a tough challenge, and I thought the Bruins played pretty well. As Dillingham knocks down both free throws here. Dillingham now with 13 points. Well above his season average. Actually right at his season average. As Frazier's 3 falls short. Culver trying to track it down, and he loses it out of play. We've got under a minute left in this one. 63-54. They'll pick up the full court pressure here, trying to force a turnover, and they will. Has Frazier, good look at three, and he can't connect again, but ball batted around. Now Dillingham will get it across. So we're down to 45 seconds left. Down low, and Hankey will just lay it up and in.
That may do it, but you see why St. X is, this could be their year with this depth, man.
As Culver will have something to say about it as he's going to knock in a three. So Jaden Culver now with 9 points, and that'll bring us to a full timeout with 27.8 seconds left. Tell you what, let's sneak one in ourselves here. We'll come back on the other side, and we'll bring you the conclusion of your Louisville basketball game night right here on Glycod.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Tech 24, a commercial food service repair company. Find out how you can train for a rewarding career and earn top pay and benefits by visiting mytech24.com.
And back here at Ballard, Jim Ruther Gymnasium as St. X has pulled away here in this one, now leading by 8, 65-57. Justin Kalen, Paul Jackson back here with you. Paul, it's been a fun game. I've really enjoyed this atmosphere. It was a lot of fun. Pretty much a sold-out event here tonight. And St. X just proving their worth here at the late going of this one.
This is high school basketball at its best.
Yeah.
St. X with an interesting formation here, the old football formation coming out.
I love this. I always feel like I need to do football play-by-play for that.
That's right.
Hankey looks deep. As Cameron's going to get fouled. I'm going to keep that in mind. I'll pull that out sometime. 4 wide.
Yeah, 4. This is my second time getting to watch St. X in person, and
it's impressive.
Man, yeah, 0-9 again. They are tough. I know it's been a while for those Tigers fans, but 1995, I think it's the last time maybe they took home a regional title. So. This is a big opportunity for the Tigers this year.
As Cameron will have one more opportunity here as he knocks in both. Chief Cameron now in double figures with 10 points as we're down to 21 seconds left, but first a substitution as Dillingham going to come out of the game, as does Chief Cameron. Owen O'Brien, a 5'10 senior, checks in. He gets a nice standing ovation as Culver will try another three. Why not?
No give up in Ballard.
As that's 7 points for Jaden Culver here in this fourth quarter. As that'll bring us to another timeout, a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here through this one with just 14 seconds remaining here in this game. St. X leading by 7. So they're going to move up to 22-2 on the season. Ballard going to fall to 15-9, but Coach, you mentioned a little bit earlier in this game, we could get this exact same matchup in a few weeks from now.
Yeah, I think both teams they're going to use this game to kind of learn and prepare for this 7th region tournament. Has the makings of being something really special this year. You got to give the favorite to X, obviously, but anything I can tell you from past experiences, anything can happen in those regions.
All right, here we go with St. X inbound. Quarterback Will Hankey, 4 wide, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and he'll go on the short slant route to Jeremiah Jackson.
Well, Jeremiah Jackson, he looks like a football player, so I
think he is.
Yeah, I know he is actually, but I see would not want to go over the middle on him. Let me just tell you that right now.
As he'll step to the line for free throws here. 13 seconds left as he calmly knocks down the first one. St. X has done a great job shooting the ball from the free throw line tonight as well for the most part.
Just another sign of a veteran team. know how to close out games. Super impressed.
Let Culver shoot it again. Why not?
Oh, hey.
As this one he'll leave short, picked out of there by Kraisman. And that's going to do it here for this one. St. X gets it done by a final score of 69-60. Very entertaining contest here in this one, as we'll break it all down for you in your postgame. That'll be coming up after this commercial break, so stick with us. We'll be back with more Louisville basketball game night here from Ballard on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Check it. Ooh.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville. Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 Male High graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
That would just start me. Try away.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by the Army National Guard. Protect what matters most to you. Visit your nearest National Guard recruiter or NationalGuard.com.
And back here, Jim Ruther Gymnasium, where we have wrapped up our game portion of your Louisville basketball game night with a 69-60 St. X win over Ballard. Justin Kalen, Coach Paul Jackson back here alongside you. Coach, very fun game here in this one, but St. X just was able to utilize their depth at the end and pull away late.
I couldn't agree with you more, Justin. Very entertaining game. Fans got their money's worth tonight, Ballard, St. X. St. X depth was just at the end, just too much for Ballard. But a really well-played game with both teams have veteran players. They've got some exciting young players. Both teams, I think, gearing up for the postseason, could make a long run.
Yeah, speaking of exciting young players and what the fans got to see here tonight, they also got to see some explosive plays here in this one tonight as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Josh Lindsay alley-oop from earlier this evening. Absolutely filthy. Coach, talk us through it.
Man, this was just a highlight reel, a guy that just floats in the air. I've never seen a kid that can just get up with that kind of authority and throw down. Those are nasty dunks.
I have a feeling we're going to see that dunk elsewhere this evening on social media, so just keep in mind that you saw it here on GlideCon first. It'll be our video. I guarantee you that is going to be all over the place tonight, I promise you. So entertaining game here in this one, 69-60. St. X gets it done. By the way, tonight's scoreboard is presented by Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you. 7508 Preston Highway, 502-968-5657 if you want to give them a call. As we'll go ahead and step aside for another break here, come back on the other side. We'll bring you the scoring summary and the individual scoring as well. Stick with us for that. More Louisville basketball game night coming up on GlideCon.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a side of ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 male high graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
Blind Direct, not just blinds. Blind Direct, not just blinds.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with GlideCon in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
And back here, Jim Ruther Gymnasium for your Louisville basketball game night coverage. Justin Kalen back here with you as we've got to bring you tonight's final statistics. Tonight's final stats are brought to you by German American Bank. Support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more info. First, let's take a look at the individual scoring. As for St. X, they were led by Jeremiah Jackson, 15 points. Will Hankey ends the night with 14. 13 points for Chance Dillingham and 10 for Chief Cameron. As for St. X Tigers in double figures, 6 points for Connor Klein on a pair of threes. 4 points for Brandon Days, 2 points for Josh Lindsay, Bryce Johnson, and Graham Kreisman, and 1 point tonight for Sosa Friedman to round out the St. X scoring. For Ballard, they were led by Sam Frazier, 17 points for him, with 11 of those coming in the second half of play. Nick Hayden ends the game with 16 points, 12 points for Jaden Culver, 6 of them for Blake Russell, 6 as well for Barron Clay, and 3 points for Caleb Miller rounds out the scoring for them. Scoring by quarter, it was a 23-16 lead for Ballard after one. They continued to lead 37-35 at our halftime break. Then we were tied up going into the fourth quarter, 48-48 after 3 before St. X just utilized a huge fourth quarter and pulls away late in the contest to win it by a final score of 69-60. We'll step aside for another break here, come back on the other side. We've still got to bring you your most outstanding players, hoping to catch up with Coach Klein as well here in this final segment. We'll also look at the upcoming schedule here on Glycod, so stick with us for all that. We'll bring it to you on the other side. Your Louisville basketball game night coverage continues right here on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Lines Direct, not just lines. Lines Direct, not just lines.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit OperationParent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycon.
Yeah. And back here, Ballard High School for your Louisville basketball game night coverage. Justin Kalen back here with you, and I'm now joined by Coach Kevin Klein of the St. X Tigers. Coach, first of all, congratulations. A big-time 69-60 win tonight over Ballard. That one feel a little more comfortable than the LIT win?
Wow, Ballard's got a great team.
Yeah.
Just experienced senior guards, size in the post. They can spread you out. They're very dynamic offensively. And we haven't won here since 2016.
Wow.
We knew that it was going to have to be earned. It was going to be a hard-fought Friday night battle, which is what you want going into mid-February to get ready and tuned up for the postseason. And was just really proud of how our guys stayed the course. Ballard had a lot to do with us and our play in the first half, and I thought we really reset, recalibrated in the second half. I really liked our defense in the second half. We held them to 17 points before those two late threes with under 30 seconds, rebounded better, and then offensively stuck to the game plan, opened it up, spaced it out, got some really good looks, crashed offensively really well, which is a great asset for our team. We got a lot of high flyers and great offensive rebounders, and just kept staying the course. And I thought our depth really came into play tonight and really took a toll on Ballard late, and just kept chipping away in a tough environment. And our guys are all about finding a way. What does each night and each game entail to find a way to win? And it's different. And when you get to the postseason, you have to be ready for different games, different matchups, different ways to win, and really proud of how our team does a good job with that.
Yeah, you mentioned the high flyers. We saw some high flying action tonight in this one, no doubt about it, but you've got to be so proud of the way your team played, distributed the basketball tonight. You all were very balanced scoring up and down the scoring column tonight.
Now, it's a joy to coach because these guys share the ball better than any team that I've ever had the pleasure to coach, and 67% of our made field goals through tonight have been assisted.
Wow.
And when you have that ball hot
and
you have the weapons that we have, that's a luxury, and it would be foolish of us not to use that the correct way. So these guys have really bought in from day one, and it's just how can we continue to get better as we continue to get to this part of the season. But offensively, our pace, our unselfish play, the way we can attack and crash and shoot is a fun thing to watch.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, Coach. Well, congratulations on the win. We'll let you go now 22-2. Keep it up. Best of luck the rest of the season. Thanks for taking time
really
for us.
Appreciate you guys being here. Follow all your games throughout the year.
Love
and
it.
You guys are great for high school basketball, and really, really, really thankful for y'all being here tonight.
We love to
Thank
hear
you so
that.
much.
All right, that is Coach Klein from St. X. We'll step aside for another short break here, come back on the other side, and we'll give you your most outstanding players as well as look at the upcoming schedule. Stick with us for that right here on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
You're struggling with something in school. Sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
And And back here, Jim Ruther Gymnasium at Ballard High School. One final time this evening for your Louisville basketball game night coverage, which resulted in a 69-60 win for St. X over Ballard. Justin Kalen, Coach Paul Jackson back here alongside you. And, Coach, we've got to bring the people some most outstanding players. Tonight's most outstanding players are brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Let's first start for St. X. We decided to go with
Jeremiah Jackson.
Yeah, great game from Jeremiah. He led the way with 15 points for St. X, had that explosive dunk in the second half, so he's going to be your player or your most outstanding player for St. X. And for Ballard, a little bit of a tougher decision, but ultimately we went with
got to go with Sam Frazier again. Just a solid player, although I want to say some props out to Nick Hayden. Played a great basketball game, and, just an entertaining basketball game from start to finish.
Yeah, Sam Frazier led the way for Ballard with 17 points. Nick Hayden right behind him at 16, and Hayden was really kind of the spark early for Ballard, but Sam Frazier just a little bit more important tonight. So Sam Frazier, Jeremiah Jackson are your players of the game. And now let's look at the upcoming schedule. A look at our upcoming schedule presented by Operation Parent. They're equipping and empowering parents with the tools needed to face the issues challenging today's youth. To learn more about their service, visit operationparent.org. As there's a look, or coming up now is a look at the upcoming schedule here on Glycod. As always, this is your best spot to find all the high school basketball action in the area, whether it's Southern Indiana, whether it's Louisville, whether it's Oldham County. It doesn't matter. Glycod is always your spot, right, Coach?
Oh, it's the best.
Absolutely. Well, that's pretty well going to wrap it up here for us as they start to turn out the lights here at Ballard High School. I think that is our sign to get out of here. But before we do get out of here, certainly want to thank Jared Baker, the athletic director here at Ballard, getting us set up in a great spot to be able to bring you all this contest. Also want to thank executive producer of Glycod, Steve Bird, as always, getting us all the information we need to be able to bring you all a quality broadcast, rosters, stats, all that stuff. Steve gets us hooked up with that each and every game. Our on-site producer, Todd Carter, appreciate him. Couldn't have done it without him either. We had Christian Sanchez on camera this evening. Appreciate Christian putting in the hard work and keeping up with the action. Christian Sanchez might have been the busiest guy in the building tonight with the fast pace of this game.
Yeah, what a pleasure, man. That was a great call, fun night. Appreciate you.
Absolutely, yeah. Thanks to you as well, Coach. Nice to work alongside you again. Before we get out of here, any final thoughts?
Just really, St. X is going to be a tough out. I think they put the entire state on notice, and their depth is just very impressive, and I think it's their state championship to lose, to be honest.
We'll see how it all shakes out. Thank you all for joining us here this evening. Your final score one more time. St. X gets it done by a final score of 69-60. Alongside Paul Jackson, this is Justin Kalen saying so long and good night. You've been watching Louisville Basketball Game Night right here on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night. UA Local 502, they do it right the first time. Tonight's game was brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. The Army National Guard, where the next greatest generation is now. German American Bank, building our community together. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Holy Smokes Barbecue.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.